Hey, I want to share some thoughts on the Church of Philadelphia because I remember when I was under legalism and I used to read the scriptures from a works-based perspective. I used to wonder what was that church doing so great. How wasn't Christ holding anything against them when he was holding things against the other churches? What was so special about them? Why did he love them so much? And the Lord has brought Philadelphia to mind again recently, and what He's been ministering to me is that it's not about what Philadelphia was doing, it's about what they weren't doing. They didn't have the doctrine of Nicolaitans or Balaam, or they weren't allowing Jezebel in the church. They didn't have that works. And I actually started recording this, and I have started to explain which each doctrine means, but that's besides the point. The only thing we have to know is that everything that we add on top of Christ is leaven. And the Church of Philadelphia comes off to me as a church that really denied herself, and they have come to an understanding that there's nothing good dwelling inside of them besides from Christ, and the only quote unquote work they can do is wait on the redemption of the purchased possession, just like in Old Testament times. People were waiting on the promise of the coming Messiah, and I remember that when Abraham tried to take the matter into his own fleshy hands and he had that baby with Hagar, when he had Ishmael, God didn't accept Ishmael, he only accepted Isaac, which was the child he promised Abraham, because he doesn't want us to work for things that he promised he was going to give us because he's good. He wants to give us things because he's good. He doesn't want us to struggle to win them, because if it was like that, we would never gain anything, because there's nothing good dwelling inside of us. And the Church of Philadelphia had an understanding of this, and I feel like that was true humility, because they were truly denying themselves, because sometimes we believe that denying ourselves means disciplining the flesh and sinning less, but that's denying yourself in a way that gives glory to your flesh, because you make it look like, or it actually gives glory to you because you make it look like if you try hard enough you can achieve some sort of holiness. But denying yourself in a way that gives glory to God is accepting that there's nothing good dwelling inside of you besides Christ dwelling in you, and the only quote unquote work you can do is wait for God to do his work inside of you and inside the body, and to build us up until the redemption of the purchased possession. And yeah, as I was saying, this is true humility. And I remember how Christ was saying that whoever exalts themselves shall be humbled, but whoever humbles themselves shall be exalted. And he exalted the Church of Philadelphia to the point of saying that he will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee. And what it says in the next verse is that they hold the word of his patience. And I remember in the parable of the sower, he said that people who bring fruit do it with patience. And that kind of falls in line with them not having any sort of dead works and just patiently waiting on the Lord to impress himself on them and to place them in the vine somewhere where they can bear fruit, because it's pretty much the work of the husbandman and the work of the vine to make the branches bear fruit. We are pretty much just we just have like a decorative role, if that makes sense. We're just exposing the fruit that God is producing in us. And oh, there's one more thing. So the name Philadelphia means brotherly love, or the city of brotherly love. And to me that really sounds like their church was a fellowship in the beloved. They didn't have a pastor on top of them teaching them whatever he thinks he should be teaching. They were all being ministered to by the Spirit, and then they would meet and fellowship, and each of them would be sharing what the Spirit has taught. I think those are all the thoughts I had on the Church of Philadelphia. I'm actually really interested if you guys have any insights on this, because I've been fellowshipping with someone else and I realized that the Lord was painting a similar picture for them. So let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Take care.